Hi, this is Matthew. I'm going to talk about the next Chicago album. Again, doing everything separately since everything is numbered. This is a live album in 1971 of 4 LPs, no less, at the time. Live at Carnegie Hall, or Chicago 4. That's how it would be listed. They were the first rock band to sell a week of Carnegie Hall, so they decided to document that and record all the shows that they had on there, and I think it sounds fine, but a lot of the band members don't like it, and they say the horns sound like kazoos. I played trombone, and I don't think it sounds like a kazoo. I've heard my amplified brass before. I think it sounds fine, unless they just fix something in the CD versions. I don't know, but it sounds fine to me, and I played trombone from 5th grade through college. So I don't know what they're talking about. I think it sounds fine. It's cool they have all the tune-ups and things. I think it's kind of cool. That's just me. And they did put out there's a complete set also. There was a 3 CD set when I got it, and there was a bonus disc or 2 in it of some other performances. But this is a 16 CD set of the complete one. Came out a few years ago. I don't have that one. I have just the kind of the anniversary of the original. That's what I have. Apple Music seems to have they have the 4 LP one and then the complete one. I thought there was a 12-track one, but I didn't find that version. Apparently there was this for a while. Besides the 4 LPs, there was a set of just 2 records each, but there was 2 of them. Got the number 3 on Billboard. Did not chart in the UK. A lot of people think it's too long, but I love the musicianship. They sound really good to me. But what do I know? But I think it's a very enjoyable album. Especially the big long suite was Make Me Smile. Anytime I can hear that live, I will go play it, and that's what I did. Yeah, I enjoyed that when I got to that section, so. Yeah, we'll go through it, though. We'll go through all 4 LPs, let you know what's on there. And I don't think there's anybody additional on this. There's a new track for sure at the end of it. I'm not sure about any of the others. Hopefully, maybe we can review the complete one when it comes to that one, see what's on there. Unless the article here shows it, I've not looked super far down it just to get to the track listing. So, as I said, I really enjoy it. I love the spirit of the band anyway. They were just being so inventive and technical and just trying anything that they thought might work. And I think it's great. It's going to change as we move along next album or 2, but it's still great. And when you see them live, they still are improvising and stuff, so, which is great. So we will see what we have on here on Chicago 4 live at Carnegie Hall, aka side 1. We start with In the Country. Fancy Colors. Does anybody really know what time it is with a freeform intro? That's for sure. Always fun to hear this song. Oh, okay. Hang on, I'm trying to remember what this is talking about here. Oh, it's the intro to it. Then the actual song. Okay. I see what they did. All right, I'm trying to figure that out. Sorry. Then we go to side 2. That's all of side 1. Because they are very long tracks. But, boy, you really get to hear Terry Kath play guitar. If you have missed that, go check this out. Because you really hear him playing and showing off. And just being his awesome self. They all do a great job anyway, but yeah. Side 2 begins with South California Purples. And then question 67 to 68. Oh, okay. Then we go to side 3. Yeah, that's how long these tracks are. And then we jump to Sing a Mean Tune Kid. Beginnings, which is a great track. Then we jump all the way to side 4. That's how long these tracks are. These are some very long versions, but I think they sound great. Which begins with It Better End Soon. It was the first movement of that. So yeah, this is going to take up the whole side, I betcha. And then it jumps to, of course, this It Better End Soon second movement as the flute solo. And then Better End Soon third movement with the guitar solo, obviously by Kath. The Better End Soon fourth movement, Preach, of course. And then A Better End Soon fifth movement. Yeah, this is going to be the whole side of the album here. On to side 5 now. Got to get your third record out here. If you played your first 2 records, you got to get out your third here. Put it on the turntable. I would love to see what this looks. I would love to see what this looks like as an actual EP or an LP set. I've never seen it, so I'm very curious. I bet it's a big set. I've not seen it on vinyl, so I don't know for certain. Slide 5 begins with introduction. That track, and then it goes then to Mother. That's a long track there. Then it goes to Lowdown. I love Lowdown. Huge fan. And then it jumps down to that's side 5. Side 6 starts with. So again, very long tracks, which makes it harder to fit other things on there. So on the LP side, we start with Flight 602. That's definitely Chicago 3. Yeah, a lot of the Chicago 3 songs are incredibly long, but so good. It's nice to have all 3 of these very inventive, very experimental, very different albums that you get to play tracks from. And then we go to Motorboat to Mars. I forget what one that one's on. I think that might be a new track. I'm not positive though. That one I didn't recognize. Then we get to Free. I love Free. It's a great tune. And then it is Where Do We Go From Here? Which, yeah, that's a very politically track there. Getting some politics going on. And I Want Your Money. That, I think, is not a new song. I don't recall it being there. I could be wrong, though. Then on to the next, your fourth record here with side 7 and 8 on it is on to side 7. I bet I know what side 7 is. I think it's what I was just talking about. My favorite stuff from this era. I guarantee you I know what this is here. Good to know if I ever get it on LP. I'll know where I want to go first. Does anyone know, is this like a straight where you just flip over each one and get the next side, or is it one of these stacking ones where they seem to have a stacking turntable, which I don't like them, where you've got the 1, 3, 2, 4 situation going on? I don't like those. Just saying. I hope it's not the case, because I would be really irritated to go find this and have it be that, because it would be so annoying. We start on side 7 though with Happy Because I'm Going Home. Okay, then we go to Ballet from a Girl in Shannon, or in Shannon. It's a 15-minute version of all that Make Me Smile and all those tracks. I think they'll break it down here. Let me see if they break it down next. I think they probably do. Yeah, Make Me Smile. Then it goes to... Yeah, I know that. Yeah, So Much to Say, So Much to Give is, of course, next. Anxiety's Moment. West Virginia Fantasies. This is all part of that Ballet of Amy Shannon thing, which I just love to bits. And then it gets to... Where'd it go? Color My World, which was such a big hit. And nice to hear that done live with the flute and everything. So pretty. And that's the first time obviously when I heard it, I heard the flute too in 97. To Be Free. And then it goes right to Now More Than Ever, which is all part of, we're still in that kind of that movement here, that Belly and Buchanan. On to side 8 we go, the final side. I don't know why we just start so strangely with yeah. And then it goes to the following. A song for Richard and his friends, which is a song for Richard and his friends, I should say. Very much a thing about how they thought Nixon should quit and go away. And their displeasure with the things he was doing and with Vietnam and all those kinds of things. We'll see if any of that stuff appears on 5 or not. I'm thinking it might anyway. I've never heard 5, so I don't know. And then we jump to, that's 6 minutes basically, almost 7 minutes. Then it goes to 25/624, which is a great song. I love that song. How long is that one anyway? Oh, 6:35, yeah. So again, yeah, and I think there's only one more track here. And then I'm a Man ends the album. How long is that one anyway? That can go long, I think. How long is that version? It is... Oh yeah, 8 minutes, yeah. Yeah, 2 6-minuters and an 8-minuter. That's going to fill your site up pretty quick. But yeah, really cool album anyway. Our personnel, though, let's see if there's anybody new on here. I don't know them. Terry Catholic guitar and vocals. Piazzatera bass and vocals. Robert Lamb keyboards and vocals. Lee Lonane and Sean Becker vocals and percussion. And of course guitar and he plays guitar on places to go to and where to go from here. So, also appears later on the woodwinds and percussions in the background. Woodwinds, percussion, and background vocals. Of course, Dennis Pinko on trombone and percussion. Nice that these guys can switch off and play percussion-y things as well as like the regular instruments. That's so cool. Play little tambourines and others. I love how they can just switch off and do. That's just such great musicianship when you can just play other things if you need to. That's so great. These guys could just switch off and just play something else for a bit and come back. I love it about this version of the band. They were just so good. Danny Serafine on drums, of course. Our production guys, so no other people on the tour, just these guys. But they could do it all themselves. They didn't need anybody at this point. Our technical people, our production guys. Produced by James William Garcio again. Engineers Don Pilius, Bud Graham, Hank Outman, Darren, Baron, Larry Dahlstrom. But how many was that? How many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5-ish, 4 or 5 guys. Of course, recorded at Carnegie Hall in New York by Location Recorders. They had that big, like, mobile truck that they brought with them to record all the 6 shows. Of course, it's mixed at Columbia because they're still in Columbia. Our production was John Bergen, Virginia team. Artwork Feuding Chang, something like that. I'm butchering that Asian-looking name. Sorry. Poster design Ron Coro. Photography on Goblin and Fred Lombardi. Poster photo of Frank LaFire, something like that. Lettering Beverly Scott. And that is it. But a really cool album. Some really long versions of stuff. Lots of improvisation and doing other things. Nice guitar solos by Terry Kath. Just a really, really cool album. And that period of that career that was going to change a bit going forward. So enjoy it while you can, as they say, because it did. Not that it's bad changes. They softened the sound a bit to make it more commercial, but it's still great, and I love it, and I can't wait to hear the rest of it. I've heard some of those things a lot more, and I've heard 6 a couple times, but really beyond that and anything from 95 onwards I've heard, but all the stuff in between I know nothing about because I just didn't have access to things easily. And now it's so easy to find anything. Some of these albums I just could not find in high school, and I really wanted to find them, could not find them easily. You'd get bits and pieces, and just like, that's just weird. I'll go find something else to listen to. As I wanted to hear everything, and I couldn't. And it was so annoying, and I couldn't hear it in order and in sequence because it was all numbered. So I'm glad I can now, and I'm doing this. So I'm able to hear everything. It's all available. I think some of the compilations aren't available anymore, but that I have heard, but the stuff that matters is, and I can at least talk about some of the compilations that we don't have, which is fine. I can do that, so not a big deal. But we'll move on to 1972 next with Chicago 5. I'm not sure what's all on that one. I have some ideas. I have not looked at its track listing. I may do that after this, and just as what I'm going to get to next. I don't think they're doubles from this point onward. I don't think they are. We'll find out. I know 6 isn't. I don't know about 5, but the fact that Columbia was really unsure about having 4 discs, for LPs like that. But to think you had your first 4 albums, you had 3 doubles and a quadruple, I guess you would call that. That's amazing. It just shows, what was happening back then, where albums were, a thing, and they mattered, and they would let you do things that just wouldn't be done even before or after a certain period of time. When the album was really a thing, and it was planned and thought out. You weren't just having one single and throwing other stuff on to fill it out time. So great that Columbia took a gamble, and it worked. It clearly worked. Maybe it didn't work all the time everywhere, but it worked most of the time where it mattered, which was here in the U.S. And they got number 3 out of it. People had mixed feelings, but clearly people liked it enough to have it go to number 3 on the Billboard 200 chart. I think it was. So that's saying something to me anyway. But we'll go next time to 1972 when they really started to get popular, and you started getting stuff from other albums that you hadn't played really because people didn't know what to do with it. At one point, I think all 7 other albums were charting. I don't exactly know when that was for sure. Yeah, I don't think Cetera writes anything on 5 either, but I'm sure he does vocals. But we'll see what's on 5 next time in another video.